By the end of this video, you'll know how to create posts and you'll have a deeper understanding of the Gutenberg editor. Let's get started. Log into your site and click on the Posts menu item. Next, click on the Add New button at the top to create a new post draft. You've already learned how to create content with the block editor, but there are a few more features I'd like to show you so you can fully enjoy using WordPress to create content. In the toolbar up top, you can find the Undo and Redo buttons. You can also use the shortcuts Command-Z and Command-Shift-Z to undo and redo changes. The Content Structure button is pretty helpful too, especially the word count on the left, which I'm sure you'll make good use of. Over to the right, you can click on the Preview button to see how your post looks on the front end before you publish it, and the cog icon here can be used to hide the right sidebar. In fact, if you want a really clean, distraction-free writing space, then close the sidebar, open the Options menu, and select Full Screen Mode. This makes for a really nice writing interface. We've largely ignored the sidebar, so let me show you a few practical uses it has now. First off, the sidebar displays the document options by default. You can think of these as the post options. If you click into a block, you'll see that the sidebar switches from the Document tab over to the Block tab. It names the block type and then lists a few settings. For instance, paragraph blocks have a font size and drop cap setting, and a color settings section as well. The settings you see in the sidebar change with each block, so make sure to check out what's available as you try out new block types. You can click anywhere off to the side in the editor or click on the Document tab to return to the post options. The Status and Visibility section is always open by default, but it can be collapsed just like any other section. All of the sections you see highlighted now are available for both posts and pages, and these sections are only available for posts. This last section is added by the Apex theme, so we'll skip over that one. Now, let's take a look at each section. First off, the options in the Status and Visibility section are fairly obvious, except for the public and immediately links. If you click on the public link, you'll see that you have the option to publish any post privately or with password protection. Clicking somewhere outside the pop-up closes it, and likewise, you'll see another pop-up window if you click on the immediately link. Normally, a post will be published the moment you click the Publish button, but you can use the fields in the calendar here to set the post to publish on a future date. If you do choose a date in the future, you'll notice that the Publish button changes to Schedule. Also, while we're here, I'm used to calendars putting the weekdays in the middle, so if you're like me and you don't like the weeks starting with Monday, you can visit the General Settings menu and change that with this setting here. Next, inside the Permalink section, you'll see that it suggests a URL based on the post title, and there's a preview of what the full URL would look like below. While creating a custom permalink, the best practices are to use all lowercase letters, replace all spaces with hyphens, and remove any articles like and the. In the Categories section, you can select which categories you want to add the post to, and even create a new category on the fly. The Tag section doesn't show you existing tags, but you can type them out here manually as well. We'll take a much closer look at categories and tags in the next video. The featured image is a special image that you can designate for each post. Unlike images you add in the post content, the featured image is listed on the homepage along with the post title. For example, take a look at the Apex theme demo. You can see that each post has a featured image, and if I click through to a full post, you'll see the same image displayed above the post title. There are other images within the post itself, but these never show up on the homepage. To add a featured image, you can click anywhere in this box and you'll see the media pop up. Any images you've uploaded will be listed here, and you can switch to the Upload Files tab if you'd like to add a new image from your computer. You can click the Select Files button, but I'm going to drag an image from off screen, and as you can see, I can just drop it in here anywhere. With the image uploaded, you can see it listed in the media library now, and on the right side, you can fill out the metadata if you'd like, and then click the Select button down at the bottom to set it as the featured image. I'll skip the Excerpt box for now and instead open up the Discussion section. This first option lets you hide or display the comments form that displays at the bottom of the post, and this box enables or disables pingbacks and trackbacks. I recommended disabling trackbacks in a previous video, and if you did uncheck this setting, then within the post editor, this setting should be unchecked already. Now, in order to show you how the excerpt works, I'm going to paste in some dummy content, which you don't need to do on your site. Then I'll publish the post so we can see it on the front end. When I view the post, you'll see that the Apex theme displays the featured image above the post title. And if I scroll down, you'll see the full post content. By the way, I got this image from unsplash.com, and they've got thousands of gorgeous free photographs you can use on your site. If you downloaded the WordPress Beginners Bundle, you'll have a list of 5 of the best websites to get free images for your blog. Now if I scroll back up and click on the site title to return to the home page, you'll see that this post is listed above the Hello World post because it's been published more recently. Also, the complete text isn't displayed on the home page. While this does depend on the theme that you choose, most themes will display an excerpt from your post and require visitors to click through to read the full post text. The excerpt you see here is generated automatically from the first 25 words of the post, and this Continue Reading button has been added below the excerpt. This doesn't happen for the Hello World post because the entire post content is less than 25 words. I'll click on the post and return to the editor now so we can take a look at what the excerpt box can do. If you open up the excerpt section, you'll see there's a simple text field where you can enter an entirely custom excerpt. I'll just type out a few words now, doesn't matter what I type, and when I'm finished, I'll press the update button at the top to save my changes. If I return to the home page, you'll see that the new custom excerpt is being displayed instead of the first 25 words of the post. Excerpts are like teasers for your posts, and if you write them well, more visitors will click through to read the full post, so it's worth your time to write a compelling excerpt for each post you publish. At this point, you've learned the ins and outs of the editor, and you now know how to publish new content on your site using both posts and pages. In the next video, I'll give you an outline you can use for your first blog post. I'll see you there.